Oh, right then, hello again. Welcome to the Pleasure Dome, wherever it is we are. I have here, although it's upside down to you, but it's made to be in a combo, and this is at the top, a Carlesbro 60 TCR combo. 60 watts, twin channel 60 watt reverb combo. Channel 1, channel 2, reverb, blah blah blah. It's got things like presence and a limiter and resonance. So good stuff all around. I was given this. I have to say that well, quite obviously, for all those of you who watch my videos, I don't do electrical work for other people. I only work on my own stuff. I don't know enough to go around working on other people's amplifiers. That would be dangerous in my opinion. I really mean that. I don't know enough to do it safely for other people. I'm a great believer in earth, and everything should be grounded and all that sort of thing, so that if, you know, bad stuff does happen, off we go. Anyway. I was given this as a project. This is just somebody who is a friend of mine. Great bloke, good guitar player too. And I think this has been in his shed for about 10 years. It looks for all the world, let me turn it over for you, like it's been at the bottom of a river. Oops. Got a bit of work going on under here. Just stuff that in. There we go. And if I zoom you in, you can see the true horror of what we're up against. There we go. Lots of rust, and it smells horribly of mould. But believe it or not, it actually works. Doesn't work very well, but it works. So I cleaned all the valve sockets, pair of EL34s, producing, I always thought 50 watts, but apparently you can squeeze 60 out of them. I haven't got a reverb tank for it. I thought at one point that it was a completely solid state reverb, but it isn't. Apparently it should have a tank. The circuit diagram, we have a circuit diagram. Ta-da! And here is the reverb section. You can't really see it, can you, very well? And the reverb control is here. So it all makes sense to somebody, probably the person that drew it up. Doesn't make an awful lot of sense to me. I believe the valves are okay. I'm not 100% certain on that. Just being an amateur bodger, I don't have the luxury of a valve tester. It's just sort of unplug one and plug a known good one in and hope for the best. Here is the, can you see that? Not really. The daughter board, I suppose you could call it in modern parlance. For the reverb, it's got its own little board there. These bloody great big things I put on, they're the same value, but the voltage is much more than the two that were leaking, that were on it. There's a bit of a difference in size, isn't there? These came off it, those went on it, but they're both 47 microfarads. These are 40 volts and those are 400 volts, or 500 volts, whatever. 500 volts. So I think I just clicked the wrong thing when I ordered them. You see now why I don't work for anybody else. It has got, there we are, I'm not sitting it on the valves, it's actually sitting on, there's a heat shield and the big massive transformers in there. It has been well recapped. The chap that gave it to me put new F&Ts in. There's about 100 quid worth of F&T caps in here. It's had a a Euro socket, or whatever the IC socket is, it fitted, and all new pots. It's been hanging around for that long that the pots, or at least most of them, are more or less seized. I've done my best with them, and I got them moving, but well, what can I say? The base pot was going round and round and round and round. Funnily enough, that I bought an Engel Thunder 50 non-reverb, and the bass pot on that was going round and round and round, and they're those funny little square ones, little tiny square, about the size of a postage stamp. Anyway, so it's all discharged, don't worry, it hasn't been plugged in, I've discharged it. What I'm up against is, if I can move it over a bit without throwing things to the floor. There we are. Now where's my remote? I'll stooge in a bit further. There we are. In my own blundering way, right, I've been fiddling around with this, and I thought what I'll do, I'll follow the schematic. Here's the inputs. There's channel 1, channel 2. Channel 1 is just treble and bass and volume. Treble, channel 2 bleh. Channel 2 has got treble, bass, response, limiter, sorts of things, and the reverb pot is all the way up here on the drawing. So that's channel 1, nice and simple. I thought, let me follow it through. Fine, I did that. And what they've done, now if anybody's listening to this that knows, you can maybe help me. V1A is one side, obviously, of the ECC 83 or 12AX7, and normally I would have thought you'd have had V1B on the other side of it, but no, that's V1A and that's V1B. So you can't see what I'm pointing at. Let me get a bit closer. Sorry, I'm waffling, I'm making a mess of this, I usually do. There we go. Ah, lovely. So that's V1A on channel 1, and that's V2A, the other half. So I know everybody knows that ECC 83 is basically two valves in one little bottle, and this is V1A, V2A, sorry. Let me get it right. V1, valve 1B, is on channel 2, and valve 2B is on channel 2. So I suppose it doesn't matter in the great scheme of things, it's just not what I'm used to looking at. Right, another thing that concerns me, I'll pull it over to the power supply, is that it's shown here, that's the earth obviously, that the negative is switched and fused, and the live goes to one of those removable and plug-in voltage selector things, which I might do away with actually, because there's no need for it. To me that doesn't seem right. Obviously is, because it's that's how they've done it. And somebody's put the new socket in it, and I double checked it, and it's wired as per diagram in the main side of it at least. And what I'm trying to get at is, there we are. I tried following this, because it's not hard, is it? I mean, you know, if they can do it, I can do it. Follow it from the plug, the signal path, and following the cable, the wires, and the parts here, it's not the same. It's not very different, but it's not the same. So I'm a bit confused by that, and this is an absolute bloody nightmare. The bass control, because I was smart, wasn't I? I thought, well, what I'll do, I'll make a little drawing of where all these wires and everything go, and use the bass control. And hang on. There's the blooming base control. There, that's the base. Because there's quite a conglomeration of stuff just dangling in mid-area, which didn't look right to me either. If we go here, am I here? No, where am I? There, too far over. Oh, I don't know. So I thought what I'd do, or maybe what I'll do, is something flying around in there. Maybe what I would do is to take all this out, strip it down if you like into its component parts, and build myself a turret board. As we all do, I've watched a few videos on YouTube and read a couple of articles online about doing it. And if you're careful and make sure you've got the circuit right, you can see the circuitry on this. It's quite clear. And just copy it onto a turret board and do it like that. It would make it easier, I think, for me to do. Me personally, that is, not from anybody else. All my voltages, as far as the drawing I've got, is correct-ish. I still don't like this, the negative being fused, but that's it, what can you do? This I put in because, there we are, can we see that? Focus, you little moron, come on. This little cap fell apart without any effort, so I had to replace it. And again, unusually the new one is much bigger than the old one. Well, this one is 22 nans, 400 volts, and this is 0.22 microfarads at 630 volts. I couldn't find a 400 volt one. I've got a few lying around here. I don't know. So what shall I do with it? I don't know. Suggestions please in the comments, and nobody say, oh, throw it away, it's a load of crap, because while that is probably the truth, it's not going to happen. I'm going to fight with this until it works properly. It may never work properly in that case, but it's good learning. Very steep learning curve on this. Anybody wants to help me? I've been helped a little bit. I shouldn't really say his name because I privately messaged him by a very helpful young man who's got a YouTube channel who specialises in valve amps. And I messaged him and asked him a couple of things, and he was very helpful in his replies. If you see this, you know who you are, and I thank you very much. But I don't know. I really don't know. Probably really in the bin it should go, but I mean, this mains transformer seems to work well, and that's probably worth 150 quid. There's an output transformer here, bigger than most offenders in mains transformers. There's a choke which is rusty. At least I think it's a choke. It's only got 2 wires on it. Where do we go from here? I don't know. I shall struggle on with it and put up another video. Thanks for watching. Take care, stay safe, and